The Pioneers get the win against the Wingate Bulldogs 77-65. Senior day here, and we had a little, before the game got underway. You guys, where'd you get, chairs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, so joined by Donovan Donaldson, got a chair, and I think that hyped us up so much we were terrible in the first half. I don't know if it – and Wingate might have been hyped up saying, man, look, they got chairs, and they were terrible in the first half. Or is it a matter of both teams really good defense in the first half? What was our first half?
I feel like it was a little bit of a combination of both, coming out slow, and both teams, like I said, were just playing really good defense. We were playing that zone, they were playing man. It was just lock-up defense.
And we were missing shots. They were missing all kinds of shots, but I think that's a product of what our defense does. We force you to take some tough shots. They did miss some inside. They didn't get inside enough, I don't think, but then things change. So we start the second half, a low-scoring first half. We've been a second-half team all year. Coach Burton hates that. He wants us to get out to the really good start. Why are we so much better in the second half?
I feel like we kind of get a feel for teams at the very beginning of the first half. And like you said, we come out slow, but in that second half, we get amped up. We realize what we need to do. Like, we change up our game plans, and that was what gets us going in the second half.
Like 12 of the last 16. We start 0-4 in the league.
Yes, sir.
What's your mindset? What's your mindset?
0-4, we got to keep working. A lot of those games, like we were talking about earlier in the year, it's all close games, so we kept working, and then we're getting a better outcome this year.
Now, 12 of the last 16 have been victorious, and a big reason for that, I think, people have started drinking that Kool-Aid. People started saying, hey, you know what, Coach Burton is right. You're starting that belief. Where do you think, was there a moment, was it this Wingate game in overtime on the road that kind of turned some heads and we started to believe a little bit?
I feel like Coach Burton actually started, you know how we're at the girls' game, we're always on the side cheering everybody on, and we get the whole crowd involved. And, like, people don't realize the players really feed off of that, and bringing that energy, that's what's helped us a whole bunch. So we got to keep having the fans out.
And I agree with that. I think that because you guys are into it, then everybody else is going to be into it as well. And I do believe that has started some type of a trend. I'll even go back to the Barton game. I think that there was that game kind of made us believe, here's a team that's ranked in the region right now still. And that game kind of turned some heads. You've been on, obviously, a tear. Conference Player of the Week 4 weeks ago. Now we're going to have to be considering that a 27, a 24-point week this week. Win against LMU. What was that win? What was that like, knocking off LA? Now, I know you haven't been here 4 years, but still, you know enough about LMU to know the history behind that.
24-game losing streak. So that means that brought a lot of energy to us, like getting that win. That's big time, not for just us, but the program as a whole.
You know, I look at it a couple of ways. I can see you get a monumental win where then we deflate for this game. I worried about that a little bit. Was there ever any worry? Did you guys really feed off that momentum Wednesday?
We weren't really worried about it, but Coach Burton was worried about it. I'm not going to lie. He just kept telling us to keep our cool, keep our head, and just be ready for the next game. Have fun. Last night when we won that game, come back the next ready to go.
All right, you had a lot of folks here that you knew in the stands. Did you get that often? Do they get to make many games, or was this kind of a first for you to have a lot of people here that you know playing in front of?
My uncle and then my parents, they get to the majority of the games, but then I had, like you said, a lot more family come, so that was a good thing to see them.
All right, so things changed again for you second half, and we started doing stuff. I got mad at you when you passed off a 3 to Hodnett at the foul line there in the second half. I was like, just take it, dude. But you know what? Dawkins, a good defender, no question about it, but even him, when you get into that mode, how big is the rim? How big is the rim when you kind of get into that mode where you score 8 straight points?
Once I feel like I make 1 or 2 shots, my confidence increases, and I just get more aggressive. And then it helps when you have it all. I feel like when we're on the court, all 5 players are in attack mode. Everybody can score, so it's hard to just focus in on one person when you have so many people that can score the ball. So that helps a lot also.
You took a real tough shot here in the corner, though. It was pretty impressive. I'll say that. You had to have been feeling it.
Yes,
this is a team, obviously, that is feeling it going into this conference. You're at home, and I know that you don't know what's up. We didn't do it last year. We didn't make it to the tournament. This was the end of the year. It was just we turned in our jerseys. We did all that kind of stuff. Now, with LR coming in, obviously a huge task. You're playing well. They just knocked off LMU. They feel as if, obviously, they're playing well. What has to be key for us on Wednesday?
Bringing the energy, throwing the punch, and they're going to throw a punch too. They're going to have their runs, and we have to come out victorious at the very end. Work harder.
How's Stan? You having fun?
Yes, sir, I am. It is.
It is. I mean, I got sweaty palms there in the game. I mean, I haven't had sweaty palms in a long time.
Yes, sir.
So that's good stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good win. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you
you.
too.
He's Donovan Donaldson. Back with more after this.